They'll never say it, they'll never admit it. But every woman, every single one carries a fear far darker than rejection, deeper than betrayal, heavier than loneliness. And men, if you don't understand this fear, you'll never truly understand women. We're told women fear heartbreak. We're told they fear being cheated on, being abandoned. But that's the surface. That's the story society feeds you. The truth, it cuts deeper. It's primal. It's biological. It's not about losing love. It's about losing relevance, about fading, about being unseen, about becoming invisible. Here's the truth men rarely grasp. A woman's deepest fear isn't that you'll leave her. It's that one day, no one will look at her, no one will notice her, no one will validate her existence. That fear of irrelevance drives more behavior than you realize. It fuels the obsession with beauty. It explains the endless chase for validation. It's the reason hypergamy exists, always seeking a man higher, stronger, richer, more visible, because visibility equals survival. And once that spotlight fades, she knows what comes next. Silence, invisibility, oblivion. This isn't just about vanity. It's not about Instagram likes or compliments. It's about a primal, gut-wrenching terror that sits at the core of every woman's psyche. A terror that whispers, when you're no longer seen, you no longer matter. And in a world that values women primarily for their youth and beauty, that terror isn't irrational. It's a cold, hard reality. Think about it. How often do you see older women in leading roles, in advertisements, in positions of power? Society may preach equality, but the message is clear. A woman's value diminishes with age. And every woman knows this, feels this, fears this. This fear of irrelevance shapes everything. It's why women spend billions on anti-aging creams. It's why plastic surgery is booming. It's why social media is flooded with filters and carefully curated images. Because in a world where visibility equals value, becoming invisible is a death sentence. But here's where it gets complicated. This fear doesn't just affect how women see themselves. It affects how they interact with men, how they choose partners, how they navigate relationships. This is why women test men, not once, not twice, endlessly. It's not random, it's not cruel, it's survival. When she tests you, she's measuring. Are you strong enough to stand in the storm? Are you sharp enough to cut through the noise? Are you relevant enough to hold her world together? Fail those tests, and you don't just lose her respect. You trigger her deepest fear, being tied to a man who's already fading into irrelevance. Every time she pushes your buttons, every time she challenges you, she's asking one fundamental question. Can you keep me visible? Can you keep me relevant? Because in her mind, your strength, your status, your relevance directly impacts hers. A fading man means a fading woman, and that's a fate worse than death. Society told women they could cheat biology. That time doesn't matter. That aging is just a number. That beauty is eternal. But biology never negotiates. No Instagram filter can erase the ticking clock. And here's the harsh truth. For men, irrelevance comes when you stop building, when you stop striving, when you collapse into weakness. For women, irrelevance comes when the spotlight moves on, when youth fades, when attention shifts. This is the game no one admits, but everyone plays. It's a brutal reality, one that most men never fully grasp. You think she's worried about you cheating, about you leaving. Those are surface fears. The real terror is that you'll stay, but you'll both become invisible together, that you'll both fade into the background of life, unnoticed, unremarkable, irrelevant. This fear drives women to push themselves relentlessly, to maintain impossible standards of beauty, to chase success and status with a ferocity that often baffles men. Because for a woman, success isn't just about personal achievement, it's about staying visible, about mattering, about ensuring that the world can't ignore her. But here's the twist. This fear, as primal and powerful as it is, isn't just a female issue. It's a human issue. And men, if you're honest with yourselves, you'll recognize it too. The fear of becoming irrelevant, of being forgotten, of fading into obscurity. So what does this mean for you, as a man? Stop obsessing over women's fears. Stop thinking your battle is against them. It's not. Your battle is against time, against comfort, against your own slide into invisibility. If you let yourself fade, if you let yourself become irrelevant, you lose, not just with women, with life. The men who win are not the richest, not the most handsome. They are the ones who refuse to fade, the ones who stay sharp, stay driven, stay undeniable. This isn't about dominating women. It's not about playing games or manipulating fears. It's about understanding a fundamental truth. In life, relevance is currency. And for women, that currency is more precious than gold. Your job, as a man, isn't to exploit this fear. It's to recognize it, to understand it, and to build a life that defies irrelevance for both of you. Remember this: women fear irrelevance. Men become irrelevant by choice. One is biological, the other is self-inflicted. And if you, as a man, surrender to comfort, to weakness, to fading ambition, you embody the very fear that drives women. You become what they dread most: invisible. So don't fight women. Fight because the day you fade, the world stops noticing. And that's the darkest fear of all. It's a fear that doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about gender, about wealth, about status. It's the universal human terror of not mattering. But here's the silver lining. Understanding this fear is power. Not power over women, but power over life itself. Because when you grasp this truth, you unlock the key to lasting relevance. You understand that staying visible isn't about looks or money. It's about impact, about contribution, about leaving a mark on the world that can't be ignored. For men, this means constant growth, constant challenge, constant evolution. It means never settling, never stagnating, never accepting mediocrity. It means building a life so compelling, so impactful, that irrelevance becomes impossible. And for the women in your life, it means creating a world where their value isn't tied to youth or beauty alone, where their contributions, their intellect, their spirit are seen and celebrated, where relevance is earned through impact, not appearance. This is the challenge of our time: to redefine relevance, to create a world where being seen isn't about filters and followers, but about genuine contribution and connection, where the fear of invisibility is replaced by the certainty of impact. It's not an easy path. It demands constant effort, constant growth, constant reinvention, but it's the only path that leads to true relevance, to a life that matters, to a legacy that lasts. So the next time you interact with a woman, whether she's your partner, your colleague, your friend, remember this hidden fear: not to exploit it, not to manipulate it, but to understand it, to empathize with it, and to work together to build a world where relevance isn't fleeting, where value isn't skin deep, and where the fear of invisibility is replaced by the certainty of impact. Because in the end, that's what we all want: to matter, to be seen, to leave a mark. And in understanding this shared human fear, we find the key to true connection, true relevance, and true impact. That's the challenge. That's the opportunity. That's the path to a life that truly matters.